What's up my achievement arcaders, Mayhem Blizz. We're playing the Blizzard Arcade Collection for the full 1000G. It's on Xbox Game Pass. If you've got that chappy, pick this up. And we'll be using passwords on each arcade game to skip a lot of the gameplay, and we're going to get that 1000G in around 2 hours. So press A to play, and we're going to start things off with Rock and Roll Racing. So you're going to select the Definitive Edition, and then password, and then 1 player. Now if you want to guarantee that 1000G, I would advise going for the hardest achievement first, which is completing a veteran season, and for that you want to enter the following code. If you're not phased about the 1000G, you might be better off going for the rookie achievement first, and that will allow you to learn the tracks and make veteran a little easier, and the timestamp for that is in the comments section. So entering that password will start you off in a fully powered vehicle at the last veteran season. So for the veteran achievement we need to get 3200 points as shown here, and what you're going to do is you'll get 400 points for first place, 200 for second, and 100 for third. So we need to place first in 8 out of the 14 races. And I actually got this achievement on my first attempt. It could have been luck, or basically because I played nothing but Micro Machines on PlayStation 1. But anyway, the controls, you want to hold A to accelerate and left stick to steer, and then we can shoot forward with the X button, and we can drop mines with the B button. Now it's up to you whether or not you hold onto your ammo, just in case you mess up around a corner or mess up one of the jumps. You can fire your weapon with the X button to take out some of the other players. Or if you want, you can just go ham with the weapons from the get-go. Now the main thing that would mess me up are the jumps, so you want to make sure you're aligned perfectly with them. Don't ever approach them at an angle, otherwise you're guaranteed a death. Now for me, I didn't actually check the map at all in Veteran. I wonder if it's just a little bit quicker than Rookie. I just focused on my car and reacted instinctively. I must say my eyes were burning by the end of it. I pretty much didn't blink. But if you can multitask, you can check the map to know what turning you have coming up. But I just found that the computers could not take those corners, so I found it pretty easy. Another tip is to avoid the snow piles. Again, the computers pretty much get stuck on these all the time, so just avoid them, and it's an easy way to overtake. But yeah, let me know how you guys get on with these races, and please comment any of your tips that you think might help some other people. By race 12, I had enough points for the achievement, so just go tight around those corners and make sure you're lined up for the jumps, and you should be golden. Anyway, once you've completed all 14 races and you achieved more than 3200 points, you'll get the King of the Track achievement for 75 Gs for completing a season on Veteran, and the King of the Rock achievement for 50 Gs for beating the game. Once you got those, we're going to press the right toggle in to bring up the menu, and you're going to quit out of the game. I only found this out a little bit later. I was quitting to dashboard. Either way, we're going to be doing the same again. We're going to be jumping into Rock and Roll Racing, select the Definitive Edition, and then password, and then 1 player. But this time we're going to complete the game on Rookie. So enter the following password to have a fully powered vehicle in the last season on Rookie. And for this one, we need to get 2900 points. So again, we need to place first in about 8 out of the 14 races, but obviously the computer's a lot easier. And completing that will get you the Almost a Veteran achievement for 50 Gs.
Congratulations to this season's Rookie of the Year!
Next up, we're going to complete a multiplayer race. We don't need to have any extra controllers, which is awesome, so we're just going to select 4-player versus, and then we're going to select any track, any player, any car, any colour, and the game will start in 10 seconds. And as soon as that game starts without doing anything, you'll get the Racing with Friends achievement for 25 Gs.
Stage is set. The green flag drops. Cat is about to blow.
I've been driving all night, my hands wet on the wheel.
Next up, we also have to complete the SNES and Gen version of the games. With either of these, we also have to beat the game without using a rewind, and you use a rewind with the left trigger. So just make sure you don't hit that by accident. So we're going to start with SNES, so you're going to boot that version up, and then password, and then one player, and you're going to enter the same password as before to start fully powered. And then we're going to complete all 12 races with 2,900 points or more, and you'll get the Rock Lover achievement for 50 Gs for beating the SNES version, and you'll get the no cheating for 150 Gs for not using the rewind. Again, if you didn't get the no cheating achievement, no worries, we can do it in the Gen version. And I know you must be getting tired of rock and racing now, as I did, so whack on some music and power on through it. We're nearly done with this game. So boot up the Gen version, then password, then one player, and enter the same password as before. And then you're going to complete all 12 races with 2,900 points or more, and you'll get the Metalhead achievement for 50 Gs for beating the Gen version. And that is Rock and Roll Racing done with. We're now moving on to the Lost Vikings, so we're going to select that chap. And now before selecting an option here, note we're going to press the Y button to watch instead of selecting it with A. So go to SNES and hit Y to watch. You can then hit the left and right triggers to go back and forth 5 minutes, and the left and right bumpers to go back and forth 30 seconds. So you're going to hit the right trigger and go right to the end until we have about 7 minutes left on the clock. And then after the red Viking here has hit this switch, we're going to pause with the A button. And then we're going to press X to play the game. And then quickly pause by pressing start. And then you're going to bring up the menu by pressing the right toggle in. And then we're going to make a save. And then we're going to quit out of the game. Once out, we're going to press A to select SNES this time instead of Y to watch. And then once in, press right toggle to bring up the menu and load the game. Once loaded in, we're going to select no to giving up. And the story will end and you'll get the Berserker achievement for 25 Gs. And that will be for completing the SNES version. We'll also get the Classic Gamer for 125 Gs for not using that rewind. Once done, bring up the menu again and we're going to load the game once more. This time we're going to select yes to giving up, and that will give us the Viking Funeral achievement for 25 Gs. And if you can't see that give up message, you just need to press start to see that. Okay, next we're going to be doing exactly the same for the Gen version. So we're going to quit out, go to Gen, and hit the Y button to watch, not the A button. And then we're going to hit the trigger to go right to the end. This time around 6 minutes left on the clock. And after that Viking has hit that switch again, we're going to press A to pause. We're going to press X to play the game. And then pause by pressing start. You're going to go right toggle in to bring up the menu. Save and quit. And then we're going to select Gen again with the A button. Toggle in to bring up the menu. Load the game. And then you just select no to giving up. And you'll get the Working Together achievement for 25 Gs. And that is the Lost Vikings game complete. And we're on to the last game, which is Blackthorne. And we're going to be doing pretty much the exact same strategy. So we're going to start with SNES and we're going to hit Y to watch. Again, hit the right trigger to go right to the end. This time around 2 minutes 30 seconds. And once the boss is dead, you're going to press A to pause. And then X to play the game. Right toggle in to bring up the menu. Save and quit. And then you're going to select SNES with the A button. Toggle in to bring up the menu and load the game. And you'll get the Prison Break achievement for 25 Gs for beating the game. You'll also get the Perfect Victory achievement for 125 Gs for defeating the boss with full health. And you'll get the Only Guns Allowed achievement for 125 Gs for not using a rewind. We're then moving on to the 32-bit. We're going to hit Y again to watch. And then you're going to hit right trigger to get to the end, this time around 3 minutes remaining. Again, once the boss is dead, press the A button to pause, X to play the game, right toggle in to bring up the menu, save and quit, and then you're going to select 32-bit again with the A button, toggle in to bring up the menu, and load the game. And you'll get the perfectly rendered achievement for 25 Gs. Guys, we only have 2 achievements remaining. We're going back into 32-bit. Again, we're going to hit the Y button to watch. And this time we're going 39 minutes into the game. And what you want to do is wait for your character to pick up this levitator item. You'll see him crouch like this, and the item will appear in the right-hand side. And as soon as he's done that, you're going to press A to pause, X to play the game, right toggle in to bring up the menu, and save and quit. And now we can select 32-bit again with the A button, toggle in to bring up the menu, and load the game. So a little bit different, we want to place the levitator down, exactly where I do here, so line yourself up with my character as you see, and then we're going to press the Y button to place the levitator. Don't move, and you're going to press up to send the levitator up, and then we're going to press A and up to jump to the ledge above. And then once you've done that, we're going to head over to the left-hand side to find the Lost Vikings, and that will net you the Lost and Found achievement for 25 Gs. Lastly then, we're going to select 32-bit with the A button, and we're going to select Practice Mode, and you're going to press B to put away your gun, and we're going to head all the way to the right. So A to jump up, and you can press and hold X to run. And then when you get to this screen, we need to interact with the first guy with the Y button to receive a grenade. And then face the door and press Y again to throw it. Head through the door. And then if you're quick enough here, you can run straight past these guys. You're going to hold X to run past them. If you didn't manage to get past them, you can press B to get your gun out and press A to fire. And then head right onto the lift and press up to use it. And that will finish off Practice Mode, and you'll get the Practice Makes Perfect achievement for 25 Gs. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this quick 1000 G. If you guys could subscribe and help me reach my goal by the end of the year, that would be awesome. And I'll keep dropping videos like this. Take care, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.